On it, I think our reunions are pretty unique. Just talking with other people in their class reunions, if they even have any, I think our reunions are pretty much over the top. And it's a lot of hard work, and I think everybody pulls together. But it's fun. It's fun to do things to help remember and keep the memories alive, and just have a fun evening.
How many reunion committees have you been on?
Like Nancy, I have been on every reunion committee except for the first one. Linda came to me at some point and asked me to be on it, and I've been a part of that ever since. And that's another reason reunions are important to me, is to help keep Linda's memory alive. If it weren't for Linda, we wouldn't be having reunions.
What's your most memorable moment in high school?
Probably being in the band. I was also band encompassing marching, concert, all of that. Again, a lot of hard work, but I think it really had an impact on who I am today. And the fact that because of that hard work is our trip to England and Scotland. I almost didn't get to go. I actually got out of the hospital the day before, and the only reason I got to go is because the Bargers were going as chaperones, and Betty was a nurse, and they were good friends of the family, and she promised to watch over me. I begged to get out of the hospital so I could go, and I'll never ever forget that. Bruce, why is having reunions important to you?
There's good memories at Highland, and that's why I do that, because I was there from 7th to senior hours, and before we moved from Anderson, Mom asked, would I want to go to Pendleton or to Highland to school? And I said, I think I want to be at Highland, and which is a big thing for me. And the band, but it was a good thing. I fit there, and I still believe I fit there, and good people and good memories, and it's the memories.
How many reunion committees have you been on?
This will be the 7th.
What makes you continue to be on the reunion committee?
Once again, the memories. They're all good memories.
What is your most memorable moment of high school?
I think the most memorable moments was been the band, all the things in Scotland, and especially the things from State Fair, and that was so awesome each time, and that just that's Highland. That's all there is. Highland, the Highlanders.
Debbie, how many reunion committees have you been on?
I'm a rookie. This is my very first one, and it's been fun. I haven't been to, we just kind of started them, but I really am enjoying the process.
What has being on the committee meant to you?
It means I'm more involved. All through the years of going to the reunions, I thought I should be helping. I did a lot in high school, and I didn't really get involved with this, so I enjoy getting to know the people better, and just the process of building this reunion where people will really enjoy the time we have together on that night.
Why is having or going to a reunion important to you?
I think it's important because you get to see the people that saw you as you were really developing as a teenager, and the friendships you had there, and then we all kind of go off into our own lives and do our own thing and forget to touch base. And so it's really nice to be able to see those high school friends and even some that were our elementary friends from the different elementaries we came from. And that one of the reasons decided to be on the committee was Linda.
What's your most memorable moment of high school?
I wouldn't think there's just one moment, but there were things in high school that I've carried through my whole life. And one of them was the drama department. And I was just talking to Chris Lewis, and we were both on the Lollipop Players. And most of you don't know what that is, but we did little skits, and it was children's theater. And I've used that as my kindergarten graduation for all the little kindergartners to do, which no one thought they could, but they could. And I've used that for years and years and years. And just the friendships I made through that department, and the ability it gave me to be able to be in front of people as a teacher. I've done that for over 40 years, and so that helped me there. And I think Dennis Clark and just the people that I met there made an impact.
Debbie, what has being on the committee meant to you?
Oh, a lot of friendship, fellowship with my classmates, been wonderful.
What makes you continue to be on the committee?
We've developed a good bond.
What is your most memorable moment of high school?
Just really running around with a lot of the classmates and going to the games, and I might got in trouble sometimes, but we had a great time.
Why is having reunions important to you?
I think just the fellowship from kids way back of all the years we went to school together, and I don't know, a foundation.
How many reunion committees have you been on?
Got on at the 10-year reunion, been there since.
Okay.
Gary, what has being on the committee meant to you?
You know, it's kind of like a rebirth. Dixie and I lived in Indiana until 1980, and then we moved away, and we've only been back for a few years. So we miss so much, and being so far away, so many things changed, and the chance to get back together with folks and establish relationships with some people we hardly knew and with others we knew, it's really been a blessing for us.
What made you want to be on the committee?
We got to come to the 45th, and we hadn't been able to be to many of them prior to that one, and we really liked what we saw, and it was great to kind of reestablish some relationships that we hadn't been able to have for a long time. We thought, you know what, if we could be a part of that, we'd like to do that.
What is your most memorable moment of high school?
I think I'm past the statute of limitations on anything. So I'll tell one story. This was high school algebra, and it was with Greg Risk. And I was trying to be funny one day, and I just asked him, Mr. Risk, can I get in trouble for something I didn't do? And he said, why no, Gary, why? I said, I didn't do my homework. I had done my homework, just for the record. He said, out in the hall, and he gave me 3 whacks. So that's maybe one of my most memorable ones, and that's a true story.
Why is having reunions important to you?
You know what? That's a question that it's hard to answer because there's so many different levels. I came from a family that every year we got together, and there's like 70 of us, and we've been doing this for years and years. It's always a special time, and you know, I don't share this with a lot of people, but I really didn't like school that much. I mean, I was a good student, I had good grades, and had some really good friends, but I was bored with school. I didn't like it because I felt it was kind of a waste of time. So, you know, I think I missed a lot of things that I shouldn't have if I would have had a better attitude back then.
This is your first reunion committee. How has it been being on the committee?
Oh, you know, it's been wonderful. The group of people that have been carrying the ball for so long, they're so devoted. They care about doing this, and it's really been fun meeting with them, getting to know them better again, and seeing people that, quite frankly, I haven't seen in almost 50 years.
Dixie, what has being on the committee meant to you?
It's been a lot of fun. I think reconnecting with people, meeting some new people and getting to know them better that I really didn't know in high school as well. It's just been a lot of fun.
What made you want to be on the committee?
I didn't really know I was getting on the committee. I kind of answered you back and said if there's anything you needed to have done or help with, and then you're like, well, come to this meeting, and I did, and voila! So
What is your most memorable moment of high school?
that's easy. That's meeting Gary. I think all the way up through my junior year, I really didn't do anything. I didn't join like clubs and do anything like that. And my senior year, I just kind of came out of my shell and met him, and it's been a blessing ever since.
Why is having reunions important?
Oh, I think it's important to keep those connections, and I think it kind of makes you feel young. You can go back and with other people and think about things that you did before and kind of bring up all the old memories, and either it'll make you feel young or feel old, but oh, edit that out, please. No.
This is your first reunion committee that you've been on. What has it meant to you?
It's been a lot. I think if y'all have me back again, I'd like to do it again sometime. It's been fun. I've enjoyed the camaraderie. I've enjoyed doing the work together, and maybe ask me again a week after the actual reunion, but I think it'll be good.
It's such a pleasure to be here at our class reunion. Man, 50 years. It's hard to believe that time has flown, but you know, we're here and we're enjoying this evening. And you know, I was asked the question about what I got from high school, and for me, there's a couple of very specific things that I think carried me through my life and have been such a blessing to me. The first was Ron Clark in speech and drama. You know, it taught me to perform, if you will. It taught me to be able to talk and to debate and communicate with people and not be afraid to be in crowds. Secondly, it was band. Band was a wonderful, wonderful time of my life. I so enjoyed all the places and things that we got to do. And you know, what I got from that was the discipline. Hugh Callison, you've probably done more for me than any teacher ever has by teaching me some discipline. And I think the most important thing that he ever taught me was to be on time is to be late. And that's carried me through my life. I try to be early for everything that I do. You know, I served 10 years in the United States Air Force, and that discipline came in handy. Heck, the learning how to march came in handy when I was in the Air Force. It carried me through that time, patience and discipline. Then I was blessed to do 32 years in radio, and that speech and drama came through, as well as the discipline, because of the preparation it takes to do a radio show. And to be blessed to be able to do that for 32 years was wonderful. So thank you, especially Ron Clark and Hugh Callison, for making me the guy that I became.
Well, I hope you have enjoyed our 50th reunion DVD celebration. It has been a joy for our committee to put this reunion together for your entertainment this evening. There is one more very important segment that we want to share with you, and that is remembering those who have gone before us. We would like to light a candle in their honor and memory. and restart the hourglass for all who are present as a symbol of kickstarting the next 5 years until we meet again for our 55th reunion. Thank you all for coming, and may God bless and keep you safe as time goes on. And in remembering Linda Etchison Davis, peace and love.